Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be looking at a set called Money Pouches set from DILR 2019 slot 2 of CAT paper. So this set is often rated as medium in terms of difficulty level, and we'll be looking at a 5 to 10 minute solution for this set. Before looking at the video, please solve this set once all by yourself. Let's begin. If you look at the questions, all the questions in this set are theta questions. So the only way to answer them is to solve the entire set. So let's solve the entire set. Let us first read the question. 3 pouches, each represented by a filled circle, are kept in each of the 9 slots in a 3 by 3 grid as shown in the figure. Every pouch has a certain number of 1 rupee coins. The minimum and maximum amounts of money in rupees among 3 pouches in each of the 9 slots are given in the table. Okay, so the second table tells the minimum and maximum amounts. For example, we know that among the 3 pouches kept in second column and first row, rupees 6 is the minimum amount in a pouch and rupees 8 is the maximum amount in a pouch. Okay. And as we can see clearly, there are 9 pouches in any of the 3 columns as well as in any of the 3 rows together. It is known that the average amount of money in rupees kept in 9 pouches in any column or any row is an integer. It is also known that the total amount of money kept in the 3 pouches in the first column and the third row is rupees 4. So what this means is that, so in any column and any row, if you take the average is the sum of the amounts in the pouches by the total number of pouches in the row or column. So the total number of pouches in a row or column, as we have seen in the question itself, is 9, right? So this means that the sum is equal to average into 9, and it is given that average is an integer, so that the sum is a multiple of 9 always. Okay, and we have that the sum of the money in 3 pouches in column 1 and row 3 is 4, right? So and we have minimum as 1 and maximum as 2. So the missing one, that is the third pouch, should have 1 rupee, so that the sum will be 4. So now let's begin with this. So I've first taken a table and I've written the maximum and minimum amounts. So we know the numbers in 2 pouches, the number of 1 rupee coins in 2 pouches, and we need to find that in the third pouch in each row and column combination. Okay, so we have seen in the question that the sum is 4 for column 1 and row 3. So it is the missing one is 1 here. And also if you see column 2, row 2, 1 is minimum and 1 is maximum. So the third pouch should also contain 1. Now let us solve for the details of all pouches. So let us first look at column 1. In column 1, row 1 and row 2, there is one pouch which we don't have information about in each row. So let us consider them as A and B in row 1 and row 2 respectively. Now we know that the total sum of column 1 should be a multiple of 9. Okay, so let us say what is the sum. It is 2 plus 4, 6 plus A plus 5 plus 8 plus B. So 5 plus 3 plus B, so that is 8, plus 1 plus 2, that is 4. Right, so the total sum is 18 plus A plus B in column 1. So because it should be a multiple of 9 and we know that it is already 18 there, so it should either be 27, 36 and so on. And we also know that A can be between only 2 and 4 and B can be between 3 and 5. So the minimum A plus B can take is 5 and maximum they can take is 9. And A plus B starts from 9 itself, the possibility. So A plus B has to be 9 and A should be 4 and B should be 5. Now let's move to column 2. Now let's look at column 2. Let's take the missing details as C and D for row 1 and row 3 of column 2 respectively. So let us again see the total sum, which should be a multiple of 9. So in the first row, column 2, 6 plus C plus 8, that is 14 plus C. Then in row 2, column 2, 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. In row 3, column 2, 1 plus D plus 2, that is 3 plus D. So that is equal to 20 plus C plus D. Now this should be a multiple of 9. So we'll take all multiples of 9 which are greater than 20 as possibilities, right? So C plus D can hence be 7, 16 and so on. Now we know the limits for C and D. So using that we get Minimum limit for C plus D as 7 and maximum as 10, and C plus D can be 7, 16, so on. So the only possibility is C plus D being 7, where C is 6 and D is 1. Let's move to column 3. For this column 3, I will take each row and I'll try to calculate the last missing detail in the column 3. Okay. So I will take first row 1 and I will assume that the missing detail as E here, the number of coins in that pouch. So let us take the sum of this row. Again, it should be a multiple of 9. So row 1, column 1, the sum is 10. Row 1, column 2, the total is 20. Row 1, column 3, it is 1 plus E plus 3, that is 4 plus E. So we get 34 plus E is the sum. So that can be anything which is a multiple of 9 and greater than 34. So it can be 36, 45, so on. In this way, E can be 2, 11 and so on. But we know the limits of E are 1 and 3. So the only possibility is E being 2. Now let's look at row 2, column 3. The missing detail, let us assume it as F. And now let's see the sum of row 2. So 5 plus 5 plus 3, row 2, column 1, right? So that is 13. Row 2, column 2, 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. Row 2, column 3, 6 plus F plus 20, that is 26 plus F. So in total it is 42 plus F. Again we'll look at the multiples of 9 which are greater than 42. So 42 plus F can be 45, 54 and so on. Hence F can be 3, 12, 21 and so on. Now we know that the limits of F are 6 and 20. So there's only one value possible between these two, that is F is equal to 12. Next let's look at row 3, column 3. The missing detail, we'll take it as G and we'll continue the same procedure and we'll get G as 3. In this way, we got all the details, we have filled all the details, and now let's look at the questions. What is the total amount of money in rupees in the 3 pouches kept in first column of the second row? In R2C1, okay, we have 3, 5 and 5. So the total is 3 plus 5 plus 5, which is 13. Okay, question 2. How many pouches contain exactly 1 coin? There are 2 of such pouches in column 1, row 3, 3 of them in column 2, row 2, 2 of them in column 2, row 3, 1 of them in column 3, row 1. So the total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let us now look at question 3. What is the number of slots for which the average amount in rupees of its 3 pouches is an integer? For the average to be an integer, the sum should be a multiple of 3 because there are 3 pouches in each of the slot. So now let's go slot by slot. So let us look at row 1, column 1. So the sum is 2 plus 4 plus 4. It's not a multiple of 3. Row 1, column 2, 6 plus 6 plus 8. 6 and 6 are multiples of 3 and 8 is not a multiple. Row 1, column 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3. It's a multiple. Row 2, column 1, 5 plus 5 plus 3, 13. No, it's not a multiple of 3. Row 2, column 2, 1 plus 1 plus 1. It's a multiple of 3. Row 2, column 3, 6 plus 12 plus 20. 6 and 12 are multiples of 3. 20 is not a multiple of 3. Row 3, column 1, 1 plus 1 plus 2. No. Row 3, column 2, 1 plus 1 plus 2 again. No. Row 3, column 3, 2 plus 3 plus 5. No. So in total we have only 2 of the slots which are multiples of 3. So where the averages is an integer, that is column 2, row 2 and column 3, row 1. Now let's go to question 4. The number of slots for which the total amount in its 3 pouches strictly exceeds 10. So again this let's go by slot by slot. So C1, R1, it is exactly 10. So they says it strictly exceeds, so it should be greater than 10. So similarly column 2, row 1 is greater than 10. 6 plus 6 plus 8. Column 3, row 1, it's not greater than 10. Column 1, row 2, it is greater than 10, 13. Column 2, row 2, no, it's not greater than 10. Column 3, row 2, it's greater than 10. Column 1, row 3, it's not greater than 10, 2 plus 1 plus 1. Column 2, row 3, 1 plus 1 plus 2, no. Column 3, row 3, 5 plus 3 plus 2, no. So in total we have 3 slots where it is greater than 10, the sum. C1R2, C2R1 and C3R2. So in this way we finish this set, and in upcoming videos we'll be looking at more sets from DILR 2019 slot 2 of CAT paper. Thank you.